There's been a lot of buzz recently about a new Souls-like game that shows a lot of promise. If you are a fan of Bloodborne, then this will surely catch your attention. With the demo out now, you can and should get your hands on it. I'm talking, of course, about Lies of P. In spending several hours playing it, there is no secret it is heavily inspired by Bloodborne, from combat to art direction. There are plenty of videos out there covering everything there is to know about the demo and full release of the game, which is due in September. But I wanted to focus on items I noticed that the game doesn't outright tell you. Now, in true Souls-like fashion, much of the game isn't spelled out, but I noticed a handful of items that I found out by accident rather than by the game flat out telling me. To start off, many Souls fans will most likely try this right away, walking onto enemies. However, if you pay close attention, you'll notice the health bars of the enemies will linger even after switching targets. This can allow you to track multiple enemies' movements for several seconds, and this could open tactical possibilities that haven't really been prevalent in other titles, especially since the line of sight continues even behind walls and objects. You'll reach your first stargazer early on, and it was here that I noticed I had an additional frame in my inventory. The lightweight frame, while weighing 1.8 more than the standard frame, will actually further increase overall weight reduction, which could make the difference when trying to fall below the quote-unquote heavy status. The game does a good job of explaining the core combat mechanics when introducing privileged guards. These can be achieved by blocking at the precise moment an enemy's attack makes contact, which has been commonplace in recent games. However, what the game does not tell you is that while a perfect guard does negate damage, you can also restore your health after a normal block by attacking an enemy without taking damage. This is similar to Bloodborne's rally system. You will also regain your health if you continue to avoid taking damage even without attacking. However, if you are hit by an enemy without blocking, you are awarded no such favor. Something else I noticed is that the player's dirty outfit will become clean when in the rain long enough. Now, to be honest, it may just occur after a certain amount of time has passed out of combat, but I had a darker outfit by the time the rain had passed, so I was never able to confirm that. It won't be long during your trek through Krat that you stumble upon your first boss. It's definitely a typical Souls boss in that you will most likely see the game over screen multiple times. I spent plenty of time near the boss arena and noticed two very interesting details. Just outside the arena, you will find the first NPC vendor of the game. I do recommend buying all the weapons he sells, by the way. Next to him is a puppet boxer. Aside from rudely punching you in the face, this guy actually serves a purpose to help the player time their blocks. However, I also noticed that your Fable Arts meter will fill with every single strike you land, and since he doesn't cause any actual damage, it's a risk-free way to fill your meter for free before the boss. The second detail was apparent very quickly, and very welcome. When you die, your ergo will typically lay where you died. However, at boss arenas, it will actually be found just outside the boss gate. This has to be a first in any Souls entry, and I am all for it. The last item on this list is actually very evident. In fact, it seems the game was built on the very idea. But I had to include it because its mystery still eludes all of us until we can get our hands on the full game. Of course, what I'm talking about is the lie mechanic. The game makes it clear in several instances that not only can puppets not lie, but you can very much lie. There are a couple key areas where you have a choice to lie, and it will be interesting to see what ramifications await in the full game. Well, that's all for this video. Are you going to be playing the demo? Let me know in the comments below any obscure details I didn't notice, and please consider liking and subscribing as I am trying to make more videos like this.
I'm so happy to see you.